you think we're going to see you
August
back in
12th, I
the
got
ring?
something coming up. August 12th at the MGM, National Harbor.
Mm. You excited to
Of
get back
course,
in
of
there?
course,
Spend
man.
some time.
Another thing is, I feel like it's that time to continue to pay homage to my father, you know? There's a lot of work he done put into us,
Right.
and he had a lot of faith going in with our success. Like, he just believed that we was going to be the top tier, you know? He nourished us to be that, and it showed in our performances. So, like, me, myself, I'm undefeated. All my fights has been knockouts. Like, I keep that going, you know?
Right. Right. I seen you in the amateurs. I seen you, some of your fights
Yeah,
with Tennis,
yeah.
rough, tough fighter, undefeated. I mean, everyone's talking about you at 140 division. When you
That's what
talk
I'm
about the
talking
big
about.
names,
As they should. As they should. That's what I'm talking
Um,
about.
right, right. In the same time, what was the reasoning of your suspension anyway?
Uh, I had ate something, and it had an effect on my body. You know, a lot of people sometimes they eat like bread, like wheat bread with sesame seeds on it, right? And the poppy seeds
Sesame
that'll
seed.
show
Yep.
up in the urine. Me personally, it was just like a physicality thing, and it dehydrated me real bad. So they were just like, all right, well, we just set you back. And it was a good thing because a lot of other people in the car was, you know, pissing dirty and stuff like that. So it kind of like went hand in hand. It's unfortunate, but it come with the sport sometimes, you know. Putting your body through a lot of stress and stuff like that,
Absolutely.
wear and tear on your muscles. Sometimes you tend to dehydrate yourself.
Right. Do you know anything about your opponent,
Kent
or is that like
Cruz,
last minute?
I know that he's a tough, rough fighter. He's rangy, you know, and he come to win, just like all of the rest of the opponents that's been put in front of me, you know. All of them had determination to become victorious. You know, it was just a matter of the best man win. Every time I came out
Mm,
victorious, you
mm.
know, I did what I had to do as far as being obedient in the gym and executing the plan, the game plan, going into the fight. And I guess that's what allowed me to be victorious, you know. Everybody got a plan, but not everybody succeed in executing their plan.
Facts. Facts. You a big 140.
Oh,
Where do you
after
think your ceiling
140 or
lies?
just by the end of the title holding
Your
time
career.
period?
Yeah,
Well,
let
my
it
whole
all
game
out, bro.
plan was to get the titles. Get the titles WBA, WBO, the IBF, WBC, you know, and then move on, either up or down. I can go to 35, I can go to 47, either or, because you got a lot of people at 35 moving up to 40. You know what I'm saying?
But you
Yeah.
can make 35, bro. Holy
And I
shit.
still be strong, you know, so
That's yeah.
it'd be almost like a heavier weight class moving down. I mean, that's literally what it is, a heavier weight class moving down. So he's going to bring strength, power, versus a lighter weight class moving up.
When we look at the guys in your division, right? If you had to list the hardest, top four guys that are holding belts, we got Subriel Matias, Teofimo Lopez, Rolly Romero, and we got Regis Prograis. If you had to list them from top to bottom of who's the hardest who's the hardest you think, or the one that possesses the most talent versus the one that's least, and I'm pretty sure you're probably going to say Rolly Romero at four.
Probably 9 times out of 10, yeah. Because Teofimo, far as skill, and then because him and Regis is like neck and neck. I said
Who was it again? Because I
Teofimo
got a
Lopez, he
little.
would be number one as far as skill, but him and Regis Prograis is kind of like neck and neck, you know, because Regis he's bigger.
Mm.
He's a bigger weight class coming down, and his walk around weight is naturally probably 160, 158, something like that, and he got to come back down to 40, but he still
Mm-hmm.
do a lot of amateurish things, chin up, he's game. He's game. He come to fight. Don't think he just gonna lay down for you. He come to fight, but I see that this sport alone, it will have wear and tear on a person's body to the point it's changing their mentality towards the sport. Now I believe Regis Prograis, his mentality is like, all right, I'm fighting for the money versus bringing full talent and showcasing it, wanting to be the best. Yeah, you want to be the best,
Mm-hmm.
but his reason for wanting to be the best is just for the dollars. I want to give people the thrill for the sport. Like, I got love for the sport, the art, you know. And I'm not saying that he don't, but I see that part of him depleting due to the wars that he done been in. Teofimo, he still like the
Yeah.
fact that he's athletic, like he liked the sport, and it shows in his performances. He's doing stuff that Roy Jones was doing, touching his foot, hitting the guy with the punch. You know what I mean? Hitting that guy back behind the back punch, stuff like that. Creative. That's why I will put him before Regis Prograde. So it would be Teofimo, Regis Prograde. Josh Taylor, you got to scratch him off. Huh? You got
Got to.
to scratch him
You
off. He's
got
not
to.
up there no more. I wanted him because he had all of the titles. And he was just in a way, He was just right there. Like, all right, my journey on to the big league, getting all of the titles, you right there lined up for it. So you bound to get touched. You bound to get like a glimpse of my wrath. I'm coming for you. It's like people been asking me, man, oh, do you got a hit list? No, my hit list is whoever's in the way. Whoever is in the way. Like, okay, I take nothing as far as credit from whoever is there at the moment, whether it was Rolly, because I don't think he's really a good fighter. He's just a nice, strong puncher. You know? No,
An entertainer
exactly,
for the sport.
exactly. As far as skill set, I don't see him like bringing anything special. I expect him to bring a fight. I expect him to be strong, but don't come out of shape or don't come on top of your A game, because the dumbest person might get you. You know, and that's how I feel about him.
Mm-hmm.
But he definitely come to fight. He just don't got all the skills as other fighters, other athletes, But he definitely believe in what he got. He believe in what he got. That's punching power, and he got heart. He got heart, But I wouldn't really deem him to be one of these phenomenal fighters. And there's not a lot of them out there.
Mm.
Honestly,
Mm.
you kind of put me in a position where I had to name some fighters. But me personally, it's nobody that can honestly beat me but me. I'm like my worst critic.
Mm. You know, you missed one person with the IBF, and that's the one that everybody want to see you fight, to be honest with you. When we talk about guys that don't get mentioned, it's Subriel Matias. And everybody says Gary's the only one that they see that would fight him. What you think
I
about that?
mean, of course, he had a good run. We got, I think, one loss.
One
Right,
loss, he
one
revenged it as
loss.
well.
I don't mind. Like I said, if they in the way, if it makes sense, then yeah. Like, they try to make me go up against this guy who already had a WBA. I just fought for the WBA and got my belt or whatnot. So I'm thinking, like, business wise, it don't make sense to fight for the same belt. Don't make sense,
Mm.
you know. So I'm like, nah, that's a foolish match. We supposed to be excelling, everything that you do based off of you living by developing things as far as credentials, you're supposed to be going upward, not like stagnant or going backwards. Once you get the WBA, okay, cool. You're going to the next. What's the next time? BF? Twice you mandatory, cool. This mandatory should be putting you in a position to get like the WBC mandatory or something like that. You know, a title eliminator or something like that. But it shouldn't be, okay, this is a WBA, it's not a title eliminator, but yet this is a step up fight and y'all both got the same belt. How is it a step up fight? It's not a step up fight. It's just if anything, it's a tune up. It's a tune up match before your mandatory or before your title eliminated. You know?
So you're not
Oh
interested
no,
in the
I'm definitely
IBFs, is what you're
interested
saying?
because I don't have it. Because I don't have it. That's why I'm interested. I got the WBA. I need the IBF. I need the WBC.
Yeah, you're just talking about making sure that your name is mentioned in all
Exactly.
the
I want to be
sanctioning
ranked number
bodies.
one in all the
Period.
sanctioned bodies. In order to do that, I gotta
Gotcha.
climb that ladder. But that doesn't mean I be stagnant. I go backwards just to climb. No, it don't work like that. Okay, the IBF, he just fought this guy. That mean that guy, he's the number two. And the IBF, he ranked number two. Let me